What's up, YouTube? Now, you see the title of this video, and you see the image on the screen. Now, I'm gonna hop right into this. If you haven't seen the debate between Tariq, Nasheed, Myron and Sneako, and a bunch of other irrelevant bystanders on the Twitter space they were on, that was just throwing shots at Tariq, I'm gonna break down what was going on in that space that day. A couple days ago of me making this video, right? But I'm gonna break down what that was all about, right? If you haven't seen it, you need to go see it, because if you don't, then you're not gonna really know some of the stuff I'm addressing in this video. You're not really gonna understand some of the things I'm saying in this video. So you need to go watch that whole back and forth between them before you watch this video. Now, if you have seen it, then you already know the goofiness that was going on that panel. Now, first off, I really want to address just how bitch made Myron is and Sneako is. Because when we're dealing with somebody like a Myron and a Sneako, and they're spat with Tariq. Now, actually, no, let me say this about Tariq first. Now, when it comes to Tariq, right, there are some things I don't agree with Tariq Nasheed about. But at the end of the day, when it comes to white nationalists, when it comes to white supremacists, people who hang around people like that, like Sneako hanging around Nick Fuentes and shit, and Myron and shit, you know, differences can be put aside when it comes to going against degenerate fucks like that, scum of the earth like that. So all of my problems with Tariq Nasheed and the things I disagree with when it comes to him and some of his hypocrisy, that can be saved for a later date. Because when it comes to going against the lowest of the low on this planet, which is white nationalists, white supremacists, genocidal maniacs, yeah, I think we can put aside a couple of minor differences that really don't mean nothing in the grand scheme of things when it comes to shit like this, right? So when it comes to Tariq, I don't care about nothing that anyone can say about him and what he does. You know, that shit is irrelevant here, because when it comes to Myron and Sneako, these are two self-hating coons, right? These are two self-hating coons. These are Negro. Well, Myron, you know, he's black or whatever, right? But Sneako, I don't know what the fuck this nigga is. You know, they say he's Haitian with mixed with Filipino and shit. I don't know, but at the end of the day, Sneako is not white, right? And the reason that this is important to point out is because Sneako and Myron, both of these niggas act like they are white. They think they are included with white supremacists. They are running around caping for white nationalists. And the crazy thing is, you know, you had Myron up on that panel talking about, all you talk about is race, Tariq. All you talk about is race. And I'm like, nigga, all white nationalists talk about, all niggas in that sphere talk about is race. All your buddies that you hang with, Nick Fuentes and shit, motherfuckers like that you think is based, all he does is talk about race. All the people that they fuck with, all they talk about is race. So it's funny. See, the problem with Tariq they have is not that he talks about race, but it's the fact that he calls out white supremacy. He calls out racist white people. And Myron and Sneako have a problem with that. And for a plethora of reasons. One of those reasons, I believe, is Sneako and Myron, these are bitch-made ass niggas. And I'm going to just be vulgar in this video. I don't give a fuck. These are bitch-made ass niggas. So, when you're dealing with niggas that are bitch-made, they don't have the nuts to call out racist whites. You'll never hear Myron and Sneako call out the degenerate culture of racist whites and how their culture is anti-black inherently. And it's funny because they want to talk about, Tariq only talks about race when, like I said, the people they fuck with only talk about race. And the very white people that they're defending, their whole existence is based upon hating niggas. And you can't say I'm wrong. When we're talking about calling out racist white motherfuckers, we're calling out people that are obsessed with race. So why doesn't Sneako and Myron say anything to them? Why don't they have smoke for them? It's a question, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they're bitch-made ass niggas. Sneako and Myron, they are afraid to call out racist whites. They're terrified. And Sneako and Myron want to be white. Sneako and Myron wish they were white. They wake up every day ready to crash out because they not white. This is what I believe. And I believe that these niggas are doing everything in their power to buddy up with racist whites, to buddy up and suck up to white people, to say and repeat the things that racist whites want them to say in a way to try to be an honorary white. But at the end of the day, that will never be achieved. And this is why Myron and Sneako are constantly on the internet crashing out and doing the most outlandish shit to try to be accepted by racist whites, by full-fledged white supremacists, white nationalists, motherfuckers that's calling for the genocide of people, motherfuckers that are so dumb they probably couldn't get their head out of a hole in the fucking ground. These are the goofiest motherfuckers on the earth, and they are defending these type of people, right? So when you have people doing this shit, right, and you have people like Myron and Sneako trying to defend racist whites, it comes from a place of they want to be white. It comes from a place of they think that if they suck up to racist whites, they can be accepted. And you have to understand, niggas like Myron and Sneako, these are not smart niggas. These niggas are dumb. Or at least in the case of Sneako especially. This nigga doesn't know anything. If you go back and listen to that panel and listen to how dumb Sneako was sounding, right? Sneako is very stupid. I don't know if Sean Strickland fucked up that nigga's brain, fucked up his frontal lobe. I don't know. But that nigga is dumb. That's a dumbass motherfucker right there. Sneako is a fucking idiot. And he kept throwing shots at Tariq and all this, and he even making racist remarks against black people. You know, Sneako is a self-hating coon. He's a self-hating coon because he claims to have Haitian ancestry, right? So he's a self-hating coon. He hates the ancestry he comes from. He hates, you know, black people because he hangs around these insecure racist white boys who hate themselves and are envious of black people. And this is why they crashing out all over the internet. And these two groups of people like Sneako and these insecure racist white boys he fucks with, they come together and all they do is obsess over niggas. And you have to understand, when Sneako was up there talking about, Sneako and Myron got into the subject of the Jews. Now, this is what I really want to get into, because this was one of the pivotal points of that whole panel, right? When it comes to the Jews, man, it's so funny how you'll have Myron and Sneako, when they saying all Tariq talks about is race, these same white nationalists, all they do is talk about the Jews and blacks, right? And Hispanics, all this dumb shit, right? And it's like, all they talk about is race. Why aren't you saying nothing to them? Why aren't you saying nothing to the people who claim that it's the Jews that's fucking everything up, but at the same time, they still can't stop hating niggas? You notice that when you listen to these white nationalists, they say the Jews control everything. The Jews control the clouds. They control every atom on earth. Let them niggas tell it. They control every caterpillar, grape, even fucking trees, nigga. They control everything. They have omnipotence, bruh. While also claiming they'll say all that while also claiming that they the master race, right? These white nationalists, that they whites are superior and shit. But then at the same time, they complain about how the Jews is bitching them. None of this shit makes any sense. And I'll break down what this shit really is, right? But they do all this dumb shit, right? Talking all this double talking and contradiction. And not once did I hear Myron and Sneako address how all they talk about is race. All they talk about is, even though they say the Jews is controlling shit, they still hate niggas. Niggas ain't done nothing to these motherfuckers. They have an obsession with niggas, despite the fact that they claim it's the Jews controlling everything. But see, what they do is they say, oh, the Jews are using the blacks. And it's all a way for them to at the end of the day, attack niggas. Because these white nationalists, they're too bitch made to go against the elites. They don't got these insecure white boys, these motherfuckers, they shook. The white man is shook when it comes to the elites. He's the lesser whites, as the elites call them. They are pressed when it comes to the elites. They don't got no smoke for them. They'll sit up and talk about the Jews all day. That in and of itself, I'm gonna break down that shit. That shit is all a fucking smoke screen. There is no the Jews running this and that. I'm gonna break down what that shit really is. But these racist whites, they have no smoke. These white nationalists, the Jews, these so-called Jews that talk about the elites, they are too scared to go against them. They're too scared to fight them. So what they do is they attack black people. They attack all these other disenfranchised minorities that have been disenfranchised by the elites and the lesser whites who they've used to attack black people. That's what's really going on. These white nationalists will have you believe that the Jews is attacking white people and they're using blacks. No, it's actually the other way around. The Jews are using the lesser whites, which is these dumbass white nationalists running around and all these racist white motherfuckers that Sneako and Myron refuse to call out, and they're using them to attack black people because they are the real chosen people of the Bible, the real Jews. Those motherfuckers over there in Israel are not the real Jews. And Sneako kept saying on his fucking panel, on that panel, yeah, the Jews are the chosen people. They're not white. It's like, no, nigga, they're not the chosen people, and they are white. Okay, they are white. See, what you have to understand is, Sneako and Myron, they don't know nothing about history. They just listen to what these white nationalists tell them, right? So these white nationalists, they're too pussy to go against the elites. They attack black people because they really pressed over niggas, and that's who they have an inferiority complex. I said this in prior videos. White nationalists, these racist whites, they have an inferiority complex when it comes to black people. That black people got them pressed, right? And you see that in how Sneako acts and all these people. They always have this hatred of niggas. When black people are not even being mentioned at all, they will bring them up. Black people just got them pressed. I don't know. Well, really I do, but that's a whole nother video. But black people got them pressed, right? So they'll say it's the Jews and shit, but when it all comes down to it, they always got something negative to say about black people. And really what it comes down to is these white nationalists refuse to actually accept the real truth. And what is that real truth? When it comes to the Jews, right, the so-called Jews, they are the elites, right? Now, I'm gonna have to make a whole separate video on this, but I'm gonna address this briefly. The Jews, the so-called Jews these motherfuckers talk about are the elites. They are white. They are the so-called Amalekites written of in the Bible. They are a part of the family of Edom. Edomites are white people. They are white people. And in the scriptures it talks about, Esau and Jacob, all this. I've made a video about this, breaking down the book of Obadiah. I gotta make another part on that. But white people are the so-called, the Edomites in the Bible are white people, right? White people are the so-called Edomites in the scriptures. Now, these so-called Jews are the Amalekites. They are the head of Edom. Written of in the scripture, it tells you they are the head of Edom. They are the elites of the Edomites, of whites. So when we're talking about the Jews, they are the elites of whites. They're not no separate race like these dumbass white nationalists want to tell you. They are white, and they are the elites. Now, you have to understand that the elites, they view all these other regular white people, Joe living down the street, they consider them the lesser whites. And see, these white nationalists, right, they want to make it seem like they're a separate race, but they are white. It's just they are the elites. And they use dumbass racist white motherfuckers like them to go against, you know, black people and basically use them as a buffer class and crash dummies to continue fucking up shit so they can create enough chaos to initiate the New World Order, which is coming very soon. And these dumbass motherfuckers are going to help usher that in because they refuse to stop hating black people. They refuse to unify and go against the elites. Not under oh, the whites is under attack and all this dumb shit, because that's not fucking, that's not going on. No, it's unifying as a people understanding the things that these elites have done to black people, and that blacks are the real Jews of the Bible, the real chosen people, and that we need to unify to stop the New World Order. They will never come together under that understanding and that truth. And this is why they will end up, at the end of the day, they're gonna fucking perish. Niggas like Sneako and Myron, they're not gonna make it because they refuse to accept the truth. They too busy with their self-hate, trying to placate to racist whites. You know, and Tommy Sotomayor was on there too. But I was surprised, man. Tommy Sotomayor was actually spitting some truth. I was shocked, man. I was shocked. That nigga actually took me for like I was like, wow. I was not expecting Tommy to be up there actually being reasonable. I thought he would just be up there cool. Now, he was, of course, still on that. The Jews, you can say anything about whites, but you can say nothing about the Jews. It's like, yeah, they do. Of course, yeah, they do that because, like I said, they are the lesser whites. They don't give a fuck what you say about them. They don't care. Because at the end of the day, they need to keep division up. They want you to believe that white people, this group's under attack here, this group. They got to keep everybody divided. Divide and conquer. You stupid motherfuckers can't figure that out. It's the oldest trick in the book. They don't give a fuck what you say about them. They're the lesser whites. They're crash dummies. They have no use besides being crash dummies. And they do their role very well. Because the more they continue to be racist towards black people, the easier it's going to be to usher in the New World Order. White people are very good at being crash dummies. They're very, very efficient crash dummies. I'll give them that. When it comes to being smart and high IQ, I don't know about that. But that's a whole nother video. And these niggas is dumb too. All you motherfuckers are stupid. Y'all all getting finessed by the elites. Now, you know, like I said, Tommy actually surprised me though. He surprised me. He was spitting some truth. I was shocked. But Tariq really bodied all them niggas though. Because even though Tariq doesn't understand fully the truth, even in his lack of knowledge when it comes to a lot of shit, he still bodied them niggas, which just shows you how dumb they are. And, you know, Sneako, like I said, Sneako, Myron, these are some self-hating coons. They are self-hating. They want to be white. And this is why they are constantly crashing out on the internet. Because they want to be accepted by whites. You got Sneako, you know, doing an interview with Nick Fuentes, a white nationalist, with that goofy MMA fighter, Jake Shields. These is all some goofies, bro. All white nationalists, all, you know, want to be white supremacists. And it's like, bruh, y'all literally know nothing about history. Sneako has not read one book about history concerning nothing. He doesn't know anything. He just repeats what these white nationalists tell him. It's really pathetic, man. It's pathetic. But that's all I gotta really say for this video. I don't know. I might make a part 2 on this because there is some other stuff I really want to say, but I don't want to make this video too long. But you know, in closing, man, Sneako's an idiot. I don't know if Sean Strickland fucked up his frontal lobe, because Sean Strickland was putting the mitts on that boy. I don't know if y'all saw that, but Sean Strickland was beating that boy ass in that octagon, and it was really like looking very, very grim for that nigga. I thought he was going to die after, because niggas was saying like he got brain damage and shit after. I believe that shit, because that nigga Sneako's an idiot. By that panel really showed it. He's a dumbass. Sean Strickland, I blame Sean Strickland for this, man. He put the mitts on that boy. That white man beat the fuck out Sneako. And that shit was funny to watch. He deserved all that shit. And then after that, you know, you had that security guard that, you know, chipped his tooth or some shit, bloodied him up, you know, did a Hadouken on that nigga, jumped off the goddamn stage and Falcon punched that nigga. I mean, Sneako really is a bitch. He getting bitched by everybody, man. But Sneako is one of the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever listened to. He's an idiot. He doesn't know anything. Myron's also a fucking dumbass. He doesn't know shit. They're too afraid. Sneako and Myron, they're too afraid to call out racist white people. They're just bitches. They're bitches. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say for this video, man. I'm out.